So, Tyson, are you training in this gym, or have you worked out in here?
Yeah, I've worked out in this gym a few times, yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's a good little gym. It gets really hot in here. And when there's a few guys in here, the temperature really cranks up, and it's a good gym.
Anyone else before we let the fans come in?
Tyson, what's going to be so different about these judges for this upcoming camp? I know when you were doing the ESPN...
I'm just going to stop you right there. We're not here today to talk about my upcoming event that I have going on. We're here today to join, to raise money for a good cause.
Tell us about what he means to you, Jorge.
Yeah, he ain't all that. No, he's a really nice guy, and he's helped me out for my last 2 free training camps. And when he told me what was happening here, I was all up for it, you know. I'm all up for helping people who help me and help others, you know. That's what I do.
Tyson, tell me the importance of a boxing gym in a child's life.
I think it's very important because, you know, without a boxing gym, I wouldn't be here today. That's the truth. Without boxing brought me back from the brink of death. So I think it's very crucial, you know. You can learn a lot of good things through the sport of boxing.
Is Billy Joe fighting Canelo next?
Is Billy Joe fighting Canelo next? I'm not sure what that really has to do with what we're doing here today, but yeah, let's say yes. Hopefully. So you better lose some weight, you little fat shit.
And talk about the job Jorge did on your cut in the Wallin fight. That was when you remember back to the fight and what you were going through. What do you just think of that?
The cut was absolutely. It was amazing. I loved every second of being cut wide open. I took loads of pictures when I was opened up like that. I thought it was a fantastic moment in my life. Tasting my own blood, wiping out my eye. I loved it. It was great.
And the job he did...
I'm pretty sick that it's even healed up. I wish I could walk around with an open wound on my face, but it's just not realistic. But hopefully it opens back up in the Wilder fight. Straight away, round 1, preferably.
Does it wake something up inside you, or
yes,
why do you say that?
It awakens a sleeping giant.
And what about the job he did to contain it as best as possible?
He done a good job. He done his best to stop the cut. It was a massive cut. I don't think if he would have held it together with your fingers like that, he would have stopped the bleeding. But he did the best he could, and we got through the fight, and we went straight to the hospital.
Yeah, I can imagine. How many stitches was it?
47, I believe.
Wow.
Was there ever a situation like that before in your career? Having a massive cut like that?
No, never. First time.
Tyson, AJ talked about
Porque ya quieres empezar a...
springboard to the fight. You a big advocate of mental health. That you here doing this for the kids, you know, helping the kids. That you just elaborated. He said that sometimes in the springboard, he wants to turn around. You're a big advocate about mental health. I suffer from DP. I don't know if you ever heard of DP. It's like a separation. You feel separated. Could you just elaborate on that?
You know, it's anxiety can hit no matter where you are or what you're doing. It's a terrible time to come down with anxiety on a ring walk because you've got a massive event coming right in front of you. You know, I suppose with me, I never get it there. I never had it while I'm boxing. So my boxing is always my security. It always makes me feel secure. Like I never feel depressed or never feel down while I'm boxing. It always gives me good hope. But, you know, like I said, it can happen to anybody anywhere. And I'm not sure what the thing is to stop anxiety in a ring walk, because if we knew the answers to the mental health questions, no one will have any mental health anymore. If I could tell you what it is that makes me depressed or what it is that makes me anxious, then I'd obviously stop doing that thing that makes it happen. So I obviously don't know the answers, or I'd stop myself, but it's a thing that we have to get on with, and we have to keep battling on a daily basis forever. You know, people ask me and they say to me all the time, oh, you beat mental health. I didn't beat mental health. Mental health will never go away. It'll always be there until the day I die. But I've got to learn to manage and maintain my problems. And I do that by training all the time and keeping a positive mental attitude. That's the way I work.
I wanna follow up on that because people say, I used to be depressed, I used to have anxiety. I have anxiety and depression, and I can tell you that It's a day-to-day thing. It doesn't go away. You just learn how to deal with it.
Yes.
What saved me is boxing, doing this for the people, helping the community,
Snap.
being here.
Because what saved me is boxing too.
There
If
you
it
go.
wasn't for boxing, I'd be dead meat.
So you'd never
I'd be
say
a rotting corpse. somewhere.
you never say I used to have it.
No.
You just
Always got it. You know, the Eagles wrote a great song called Hotel California. And in that song it says you can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. You can't. Over the Christmas period, over the holidays, I was so depressed. I didn't know what was going on in my life. I didn't know why. As soon as I started training camp on the 1st of January, it was fine. And I haven't had a down day since.
so if you have to tell a teenager, an adult, any age, you know, because they get told, oh, we're going to cure you, what advice would you give them?
The thing would be take it one day at a time, give yourself short-term goals, and just take it as it comes. And remember, it'll always get better. You're going to feel good, you're going to feel bad. There's going to be days where you feel terrible, there'll be days where you feel great. But this is the world. We don't want to just fall over and die in a corner. We've got to keep fighting and keep moving forward. Don't stand still or don't look back. Keep moving forward. That's my advice.
And try to keep positive people around you, of course.
Of course.
And Tyson, this is basically personal stuff, but has any other professional boxer come up to you just to like applaud you because of the personal attributions that comes after?
Plenty of them. Plenty of professionals, whether it's boxers or sports people. Some of the high-profile sports people on the planet have spoke to me about mental health problems, which is very surprising at the beginning because I didn't suppose it to be like that.
But you weren't expecting those type of people?
No, I didn't expect any of this. I just wanted to document my life story and spread it with the people and hope they would help people. But the amount of feedback I've had over the last few years has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, because there was a recent Instagram post, right, where you ended up helping somebody from committing suicide. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I was at home, minding my own business, waiting for the guys to come for a run. And then this big guy comes through my gates. He looked quite menacing, quite distraught. I thought, he's going to hit me or something. And he came straight over to me. And he said, are you Tyson Fury? I went, yeah. So I was prepared he was going to hit me or something. I was going to slip out the way, get out of the way, use them reflexes. And he went, I'm just about to commit suicide, he said, but before I do that, I need to speak to you. I was like, okay, tell me your problems. So he told me what was going on in his life. And when he talked about it for 10-15 minutes, he realised, and I explained to him, and I made him believe that it wasn't worth dying for, but it was the worst mistake he ever done because I made him run 4 miles, and he was about 350 pounds, and I wouldn't let him quit. I said, you were going to go and kill yourself an hour ago, you ain't going to run and stop on this run, you're going to continue. Because when you get back, you're going to live a normal life and you're going to get better again, I promise you. I've since had messages from him, thanking me, and saying he doesn't feel like committing suicide anymore. But let's hope when he goes back to his low points that he doesn't think of that anymore.
Do you think that boxing should improve, not just having like a trainer in your corner, but also like a therapist?
No. I don't think a therapist in a corner will do any good. You know, Tyson Fury, the man, has been brought to his knees with mental health. But the Gypsy King has never been altered with anything. He's never been affected with any mental health. Never been affected with anything like that. So while I'm in a boxing ring and while I'm a normal person, it's totally two different things.
Do you think that medications help you or they keep you in the cycle? I know a lot of people want to go get therapy and help, but they're scared of what the people will put them on. I know that you're an advocate of health and fitness. So what would you say for someone who's kind of on edge about doing so?
For me, I didn't take any medication. Nothing. My medication is health and fitness.
Right.
I'm a big pusher of that, I'm a big supporter of it. I believe in living a healthy lifestyle and eating well, eating clean, drinking plenty of fluids and training regularly will help. You know, my biggest advice I'd say is seek medical advice, because if you're feeling down or you're feeling depressed or you want to kill yourself, you're obviously at a really low point and you need help. So I believe communication is the key to all things. If you communicate with other people, then you're already on your way to recovery.
You mentioned the boxing saved you. What about when you went over to the wrestling? Did you get the same type of rush from doing that in front of all those people too, or was it different?
Fantastic. You know, it was one of the biggest experiences, best experience I've had. Lifelong WWE fan, to go out there in front of 80, 90,000 people in Saudi Arabia and knock out Braun Strowman. that was a fantastic experience. And after I beat Deontay Wilder, I'm going to take down Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Well, that's the plan. Sounds good.
Hey Tyson, going into the fight with Wilder, this rematch, you're the odds-on favorite right now. How confident are you that you're going to beat Wilder this fight?
Yeah.
As confident as putting my shoes on in the morning. Very, very confident.
Okay, we're gonna start letting the fans in. You guys can get as much footage as you want. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Tyson.
Thank you, Tyson.
¿Dónde está Gris?
Thank you.
¿Dónde está Gris?
Gris.